Hey guys, let's go through the barbell deadlift. So this lift is probably one of the most complex when it comes to introducing it for people. So if you're feeling unsure about it or not as confident, that's okay. We'll build the confidence. The goal with this is always to start lighter and master your technique. So the deadlift is a hinge, okay? So when we're talking about the hinge, we're talking about hip dominant, which means the hips are doing the work and the movement is coming from the hip. Okay, not to get confused with a squat, which is knee dominant, which is where we squat here. Okay, so the goal with the barbell, I'll show you a front view first, is we want to make sure we roll the barbell all the way into your shins. This varies depending on the gym, depending on the space. A standard barbell is 45 pounds. These are rubber plates, which is ideal for deadlifting. If you don't have them, that's okay. You just don't want to go all the way to the floor from where I'm starting. You want to start just below that mid shin area, as you can see here where I'm pointing to where the barbell touches. That's your stop and go point if you have the smaller plates. Okay, not to worry, we can work with whatever it is that you have, but ideally we want to start from the floor with some bigger plates like this. These are only 25-pound plates. They're rubber plates. They just look bigger. So don't get discouraged. This isn't as much weight as it actually looks. So what you want to do is bring the bar all the way into your shins, okay? Set your base about your squat base, which is just a little bit wider than hip width. I'm going to put my hands outside of my shins, making sure I have space so when I stand the bar up, there's room for my hips. Okay, so again, I rolled the bar into my shins, put my hands outside the bar. A good cue here is then you take your pinkies, you're going to roll them into the bar, which now turned my elbows out and it activated my back. So now my back is active. I'm going to rock my weight back into my heels. So now my glutes are firing. Take a breath in, stand it up, breathe back in at the top, hold. I'm now going to lead with my pelvis. So my hips are gonna go back first. My head is coming down. I'm gonna get to my knee. Once I hit that knee, I'm going to start to bend the knees just a little bit, bringing my chest with it, tap to the floor, right back up. So real-time pace looks like this. Hinge, right back up. You can see that I'm keeping my spine neutral. My head's neutral, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this at the bottom. You wanna keep everything lined up from your head to your pelvis. You stop at the floor, okay? First rep from the floor counts. So this one in your setup, where we load everything, we call this tension loading. You're gonna take your breath in, lead with your hips, stand it up. At the top, a good cue here is to roll and open up your shoulder blades, but keep your core engaged, so belly button in. We don't wanna do this, sway back. You wanna hold everything together, okay? Pick the bar up, just like you put the bar down. Now I'll show you a side view. So from the side, same angle, but I want you to pay attention to my hips and my back. We're in a very straight line. This is extremely important with deadlift. You're not gonna do any of this. We're not gonna do any of this, okay? We're really working on spine control. So same thing here, roll the bar into your shins. I'm in a hinge position, so my hips are shooting back, my head's down. I'm gonna roll my shoulder blades in, tuck and roll my pinkies into the bar. Take my breath in, breathe out, stand it up. Breathe in at the top, hinge, tap, right back up, okay? So again, get to those knees, start to softly bend the knees just a little bit, chest comes down, drive back through the hips. So at the top here, you can see I'm squeezing my glutes just a little bit just to get active, make sure my shoulders are open, my core is engaged, but you don't wanna overdo it. Like I said, no throwing your pelvis like this, okay? Everything should be tight, everything should be engaged. This is a big lift. It means everything's working head to toe. You should feel it if you're doing it right. If you have questions about this lift, please let me know. You got this.